Okay. So welcome so much to our team webinar. It is the beginning of November, and we are so excited to be sharing the webinar and this introduction to essential oils for November. So just to start out with, what are essential oils? They are the aromatic compounds found in the root, the stem, or the leaf of flowers and plants. So think about when you've been in the kitchen and you've broken open your peppermint or your thyme, and what you're smelling is the essential oil or the lifeblood of the plant. Really, it's what plants use to defend themselves. It's their way of protecting and nourishing themselves. And when we use essential oils, it has the same effect and response within our bodies. So essential oils, really lavender, rose, like we're all familiar with the smell of a rose, or lavender as a linen spray. And it really is this simple, complex compound within the flower that we smell. So before I get started, I do want to say my goal is, as the team, we're going to teach for about 45 minutes, talking about what essential oils are, how they work, why they work, and then some of our 10 favorite oils. And then I would like to open it up to a Q&A to find out where you're at, what you're working on. And hopefully this will all take about an hour. So let me just make sure that I'm recording. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah. So before I get started, I just want to give you a little bit of an introduction on who I am. So I'm a running coach, and I do ultra runs. I just recently finished my second 100-miler, which is totally crazy. I've only been running for 6 years, and I started with a 5K and then a 10K, and then did my first marathon, thought, hey, maybe I can do a 50. Hey, maybe I can do 100, you know. So, and the reason I tell you this is not because I feel like you need to run, because running is very difficult, but it's this idea of possibility. It's setting yourself up for something that you want. Like, what is a goal that you have in your life? And knowing that as I sit here, anything is possible. So whether it's, you know, being more healthy, weight management, or working on hormones, or being empowered as a mom for your children, or whatever your goal is, it may seem impossible. It may seem totally unrealistic, which for me, when I stared at thinking about doing 100 miles, I was like, this is not even a possibility. How am I going to do this? But you have to start where you're at. Like, you need to have the goal, and then you need to look at where you're at, and you need to want it enough to make a change. You need to create habits, and you need to work on daily practice in your life. So, you know, and I will say that having these goals may seem amazing, which they are, but the part of my story of doing my first 100-miler was that I actually came in last. Like, they had already packed up the finish line when I came through. So sometimes these amazing things are really hard, and there's a lot of struggle, and I was not a runner. This did not come easy for me, but I used my oils. I worked on my stress. I had focus. You know, there's so many things when I started using my oils that really complemented just wellness in my body, and being empowered, and having choices, and making choices to move forward. So my story really is just to design an epic life, and whatever that looks like for you, whatever your goals are, whatever you want to be, or whatever you want to do, just know that it's possible, and just that you need to start where you're at. Because when I talk to people about their health goals, I feel like what comes up is this reality of where you are. You have stress, you don't have enough time, everybody works, or you have sick kids. And so this is what our lives look like. This is like the real big picture of what we're working on. So just know that essential oils are a tool. They're help. They're there to support you, but they are so simple in their application. And this habit of using essential oils becomes a daily practice. And that's where the simplicity and the power begins. So I love showing these slides because when I mention essential oils to friends or family, usually I get these, actually my husband still calls them my snake oil. So I love that picture because even after 2 years of having used essential oils, he still says, where's the snake oils? So I totally get that, there's this misconception. Definitely essential oils are thought about as alternative or hippie. So there's this sort of lifestyle that goes with people thinking about essential oils, which I actually love. Like I could totally live in a caravan in a field. Like that's a good thing for me. And then when I say oils, people say like olive oil, like don't you cook with oil? And yes, that is an oil, but essential oils, and if you've used and experienced oils, you know that they are totally different to the oils in your pantry. As I said, I've been teaching essential oils for 2 years, and even in that time, they were more alternative. They were more hippie, whereas now in my classes, the response is this mainstream. There's these natural solutions. It's plant-based medicine. And I believe that our culture and our world is craving these solutions. It goes back to baby Jesus being given frankincense and myrrh, Hippocrates using essential oils as medicine, Cleopatra used oils in her spa for beauty. So even though today the way we distill the oils may be more scientific, but this history of essential oils and using these plants for medicine has been around forever. So using essential oils, these gifts of the earth, really is a connection back to the earth. I feel like God gave us everything we need. Everything we need to heal, everything we need to survive, everything we need to thrive. And this is looking at plants for healing, and they are very powerful. So as I mentioned, being in your kitchen and smelling peppermint or oregano, if you compare oils and herbs, essential oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than the herbs in your kitchen. So for example, 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is the equivalent to 24 cups of peppermint tea. So you've heard of peppermint tea for your tummy if you're not feeling well. Know that essential oils are more potent. Essential oils are very pure, definitely more powerful. So in the application, as we're going through and presenting the different oils, know that we're talking about 1 to 3 drops at a time. So if we say peppermint, lavender on your pillow or on the bottom of your feet, you're using 1 to 3 drops. Just like food, you want to create a habit in your day where your routine is a morning, afternoon, and night. So just like you don't wake up and drink your 8 glasses, your 8 daily requirement of water in the morning because you would get a stomachache. It's the same with essential oils. You want to think consistency over quantity. So throughout your day versus all at one time, because they are very powerful. So this wellness pyramid is from doTERRA, and I love how they have nutrition as the base or the foundation of wellness. And then you have exercise. So whether it's running or yoga or biking, definitely moving your body creates wellness. Rest and manage stress is such an important layer, and I feel like in our society right now, we are living in a flight or fight sympathetic response. So our bodies are actually so stressed, we don't sleep well, that's causing inflammation. Yeah, I mean, is anybody stressed? Can I get a hands up? Is life stressful? And so, I mean, really stress and sleep. Not every single class I teach, I have clients, they tell me they're not sleeping well, they wake up in the middle of the night. I mean, this is just so linked to recovery and repair and wellness in your body. That red layer of toxicity, we live in a toxic environment. So anytime you can reduce toxicity in your body is going to create wellness. And toxicity is from the environment. It's from the food that you eat. It's preservatives. It's the way that we're eating our food. It's everything that you're putting on your body. So reducing that toxic load is also going to create wellness. And then the top two are your healthcare. So being proactive, being your best advocate. As we're talking about the oils, really, my intention is for you to connect with what's going on in your body. Like, you know what you're feeling. Really listening and being mindful of aches and pains and feelings is you being your best doctor so that you know what you need. So when talking about the healthcare, we know that the healthcare system in the US is broken. I mean, 43% of children have chronic illness. Obesity is on the rise. You know, mental health issues and overprescription of drugs is an epidemic. Like 28,000 people are overdosed from prescription painkillers in 2014. I mean, hormone imbalance in women. I mean, these are real statistics of the way that we are living. And this is why people in our society are craving natural solutions that don't have side effects. But know that in this journey, there's a place for hospitals and Western medicine. We are not asking you to choose. I'm not saying get your essential oils and go live in a caravan in a field. I mean, you can live in both. This black and white world is, you know, it's gray. Like here, essential oils are totally different, and the way your body responds to essential oils are different than Western medicine. So just take a sigh and breathe that you can have both. You can live in both. When you think about the essential oils on the market, the majority of what we find is synthetic. And this is your perfumes, your deodorants, your cleaning products. It's produced in a lab, and they actually make things smell a certain way just from a chemical standpoint without using an essential oil. So the majority of what you find is synthetic. There is a grading in food, and it's called GRAS, which stands for generally regarded as safe. So for example, your lemon in lemon salad dressing, or peppermint in peppermint chewing gum. This would be a food grade of essential oils. Then if you've been to a spa or had a massage therapists use therapeutic grade essential oils. They know that what they put on your skin is being absorbed into your body. So there's a therapeutic grade. But now doTERRA looked at all of this and said, okay, how do we produce something or put something out there that is 100% pure, that's third party tested, so that you know that there is nothing added, that it's pure, that there's no synthetics, that, you know, it's, so this grading that doTERRA has made, that honestly is like, this is the top grade of essential oils, is called certified pure therapeutic grade. So CPTG is doTERRA's standard, and it's becoming the standard of essential oils in the world, which just in the 8 years that doTERRA has been around, we are number one in the market. And the reason is because of the grading of our oils, because of the potency of the oils. So part of this is the way that we source. And this is, we use co-impact sourcing, which means that we're getting our oils directly from where these plants grow indigenously. So the best way for me to explain this is most of us are familiar with wine, and why do you pay $5 for a bottle of wine, but you can also pay $500 for a bottle of wine? Well, it depends on the grape, which is affected by the soil and the climate and the altitude. So I'm from South Africa. We're actually known for our wine. Cape Town has some amazing wine, and so does California. So we know this about wine. It's exactly the same with essential oils. Depending on the soil, the climate, where these plants grow indigenously, which means where these plants just thrive and they're happy. For example, lavender in Bulgaria and in France. Our lemon comes from Italy. This really affects the potency of the oil on a chemical layer. Like and doTERRA is a science-based company. I mean, we research and look at these oils on a chemical under a microscope to really see the compounds. And what we're producing with this co-impact sourcing are these very powerful, potent essential oils. Now, one of our challenges is how do we source and not run out of oil? So doTERRA, over 80% of the farms that we work with are exclusive to doTERRA, which means that we have control over the harvesting. We are working directly with these farms to produce these essential oils. So it's very powerful. It works. And being from South Africa, I love that we're affecting these communities all over the world, and providing schools and building wells. doTERRA is so much more than just oils. We really are changing communities and changing the world through specifically these co-impact sourcing in these countries. So here's a map of some of the places that we source from all over the world. So the 3 ways to use essential oils. Most of us are familiar with aromatherapy. And so that is anything that you're inhaling. There's this direct response between smell and the body. So if you smell smoke, your body says something's wrong. It goes into flight or fight and you do something. So if you smell lavender, your body responds by relaxing. If you smell peppermint, your body responds by being invigorated and energized. So this connection between smell and the body is very powerful, and most of us are very familiar with aromatherapy. So you can either use a diffuser, which I have my diffuser going. You fill it with water, and then you'll add 5 to 7 drops of essential oil, and it just runs until the water's finished. So it cleanses the air, it provides emotional support and mood support. You can also put a couple drops of essential oil in the palm of your hand if you're at work and you don't have your diffuser, or if you do have your diffuser at work, that's awesome. Put it in the palm of your hand and then inhale. So that's just as good. They make car diffusers, specifically at night, using your diffuser while you sleep. Amazing. The second way to use essential oils is topical. So this is on the skin. So anything you put on your skin is being absorbed into your bloodstream. So if you're having pain or discomfort or a concern, for example, you have some head tension, you would put the essential oil on on your temples or the back of your neck. If you're having some tummy issues, put the essential oil directly on the tummy. It's being absorbed into the intestines, into the stomach, and it's going to work. If you're looking for full body response, put the essential oil on the bottom of your feet. Now, I've even have heard, this was a wives' tale, before I even used essential oils, they said put Vicks on the bottom of your feet when your kids are coughing. So that's like something that I'd heard. The reason is that your feet are like little sponges and they absorb the essential oil into the blood. With, I think they say like 26 or 28 seconds, the essential oil is absorbed into the blood and it starts to work on full body system response. So if you're working on immune support or if you're working on inflammation in your body, bottom of the feet is a great application. If you need to dilute an essential oil because it's hot, doTERRA sells fractionated coconut oil. It's the same as the coconut oil that you have in your pantry, except it's been fractioned. And the best way I can kind of explain that is it's not as fatty. So it gets absorbed a little bit quicker, because if you've ever used coconut oil on your skin, you know that you can pick up your phone and it's like this grease, you know, or if you put your head on the pillow, it's very greasy, whereas fractionated coconut oil is just less greasy, but it gives it a nice moisturizer. So that's topical. The third way, and this is very specific to doTERRA because of the CPTG rating. So, you know, the purity, no additives, no fillers, taking the oil internally. So I love using essential oils in my water. So if you're a soda addict or you do drink a lot of water, which I do, usually by the afternoon, I just feel like something else. So you can add lemon, wild orange, peppermint. There's a blend called Slim and Sassy, which I love. So 2 to 3 drops of the essential oil in your water. Awesome. If you're taking the oil for a specific concern or to reach a goal and you don't like the way that it tastes, you can use these veggie caps. So it's like a little veggie cap. You open it and you drop 2 to 3 drops of the oil inside the capsule, close it, and you drink it. A lot of the very popular blends of doTERRA come in soft gel capsules if you don't want to make your own. Now, just a word of warning, if you do make your own capsules, you need to make them right before you're going to use them, because if you make it and then you put it on the counter, it disintegrates, like it just dissolves and then you've lost your oil. So, yeah, if you don't like the way something tastes, put it in a capsule. This internal use of essential oils is very powerful. I would say like 95% of the oil is being absorbed into the body, whereas when you're using something topical, some of it's being evaporated into the air, so I would say like 70%, and then aromatically through the nose, it's less because it's filling a room. So this internal use is definitely powerful. Essential oil safety, always keep essential oils out of your eyes, your ears, and your nose. If you need to dilute with a carrier, for example, a fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, almond oil. Do not dilute with water, because water and oil do not mix, okay? doTERRA has a great, like the system so that you know how to use your essential oil. So if you see an A, it means aromatic. T would be topical. I is internal. Now, if there's an oil that is not internal for internal use, it just means the plant itself should not be eaten. So, you know, we have poisonous stuff and you shouldn't be eating it. So that's why it wouldn't be internal use. For example, I mean, you'll see there's a couple. If you see an N, it means can be used neat. So very few people have sensitivities to the oil. If you see an S, that means sensitive, like especially for young children. For my girls, I may dilute an oil or I'll put it on the bottom of their feet. That's a great application. But if you see a D, for example, oregano, that's a very hot oil, you need to dilute with a carrier. So we are going to start with some of our favorite oils. These are such great foundation to start with oils. Can you unmute yourself? Oh, maybe.
Ready?
Yep, there's
Okay.
Jennifer, yay!
Well, I have the very definite privilege to talk to you about the single oils. I think they're very easy to incorporate into a daily lifestyle from the very beginning. So first off, we have lavender, I believe. And I just want to point out on the slides that up at the very top, you'll see it says lavender, all things calming. And I believe on each slide, Nikki's been generous enough to give us kind of a title up there where you're going to know what that particular oil is beneficial for, what some of its properties are. So lavender is calming. I think most people have had an experience with lavender oil in some regard in the past. So this one would be great for calming and relaxing. If you find that you've come home and you have a tension headache, some lavender on your shoulders or your temples, as Nikki mentioned. If you're having trouble sleeping, lavender is great to diffuse by your bedside at night. Maybe put some in some bath water, put on the bottom of your feet. And it's also good for your skin, for any imperfections that you have, as well as actual restoring your skin. So it's a good preventative oil for your skin. And I just want to point out before we move on too, that at the bottom, you'll see that lavender it shows A, T, I, and N. So like Nikki was just discussing, this one could be used aromatically, topically, internally, and it's neat, meaning that there's hardly anybody that's ever had a reaction with lavender. So it's you can just go grab the bottle and put it straight on. Our next oil is peppermint. So it's cool and invigorating. Peppermint is great before maybe you want to go work out. You can apply a little on your chest, on your wrist. It really opens up your airways. Before you work out, like it says right there, if you have any respiratory functions going on, peppermint's good to apply and open up your airways. I would caution you to be careful and not get it too close to your eyes because it can kind of give a very definite reaction there if you do that. It's also good for your digestive health. So it's an easy one. If you or your kids are having a stomach ache, just go to the cabinet, grab the peppermint bottle, put it on around your navel, as Nikki mentioned. It's also good if you're a woman maybe that's dealing with some hot flashes, put a couple of drops on your hand and apply it to the back of your neck, and it's instantly cooling. So that's really nice. Easy way to do stuff without any side effects from other pills. And our next one is Melaleuca, and you may know it more commonly called tea tree. You've probably used it in some kind of face wash or something like that. It's a definite go-to first aid for the skin. So anything you may be having with your skin, typically Melaleuca is great for. Acne, hives, rashes, anything like that. If you have a scab, it's good to put on that. It's very cleansing and rejuvenating. And part of the reason why that's the case is because it is promoting healthy immune functioning. Sorry, Nikki. Frankincense. This one, if there's one oil that any home in America should have, it's frankincense. It's the king of the oils. It is one of the things mentioned in the Bible that was taken to baby Jesus. And frankincense really is the king of oils because it has so much to do with our cellular functioning. It is great for inflammation that's going on. So an easy way, it says on the slide here, an easy way is to apply it to the bottom of your feet. It's also very easy. I take my frankincense and apply a drop or two and rub it to the roof of my mouth every day, just preventatively, because you want to be fighting that inflammation and the cellular problems that we have now due to all the toxins that we encounter daily. So frankincense is great for that. It's also good, as it says here, to promote your mood. It's a very woodsy, earthy scent, so it does make you feel like you're outside. It's a very manly scent, actually, so it's really nice and pleasing to most people. Our next one is lemon. This definitely, as the slide says, is the most versatile of all the oils. Lemon is, as it says there, cleansing and refreshing. It's that way for your body, and it's also that way for your home. Lemon is so easy to make any non-toxic DIY cleaning product or bath product. It's great in that regard. It's very cleansing for your skin, there again. It's cleansing and very detoxing for your body, especially your lymph system. So an easy way with lemon is to wake up in the morning, go make a cup of warm water before you even have your coffee maybe, put a couple of drops of the lemon in there and drink that, and that way you're already starting your day off detoxing. So it's great to do that. And the really nice thing about the doTERRA lemon is the oil is actually from the rind, so you don't have to worry about some of the side effects of the acid properties of lemon that a lot of people struggle with on their stomachs. And our next oil, this oregano oil is great for, as it says, natural immune system support. It's good. It's a very, very potent, high powerful antifungal and anti-parasitic oil. But you do need to be careful because, as the slide says at the bottom, you need to dilute it. It's a very hot oil. You're not going to want to just apply oregano to your feet without using a carrier oil. You're not going to want to take oregano for maybe a respiratory issue without first putting it into a veggie cap. So just be very careful. It's great, but you want to dilute the oregano, and you want to take it for short periods of time. You don't want to take it for more than maybe 10 to 14 days at a time.
Okay, so my name is Olivia McGill, and I'm going to be talking to you about some essential oil blends. But before I want to do that, I want to kind of share just briefly my journey with doTERRA. I started back in July, and for those of you who might be skeptical about essential oils or just doubting them a little bit, thinking that you know that maybe they don't work, I just want to encourage you. That was me before this summer, and so you know, my encouragement is just to give it a try and try to prove it wrong. I guarantee you're going to be shown different because that's what happened to me. We got a kit in July, and my husband and I have loved everything we've gotten, and we've seen results. So just want to give that little tidbit. I'm going to be talking about the blends, as I said. And doTERRA has they have essential oil singles, and that's, what Jennifer was talking about, things like lemon, melaleuca, oregano, just those single plant oils. And then they also have what's called doTERRA blends. And so doTERRA blends are simply blends of single oils. And so they're formulated to target specific areas. So we're going to talk about a few of those. The first blend that I want to talk about is Digest Zen. If we'll switch that slide, please. There we go. Okay, Digest Zen. And a lot of these blends are named pretty obviously, so whenever you read the title, you're gonna know a lot of what they do. But Digest Zen is for digestive support, and so it aids in digestion of foods, soothing upset stomach, reducing bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion. I will tell you, Digest Zen was a lifesaver for my husband and I. We went to Mexico a couple weekends ago for a trip supporting some churches there and learning how to run a music ministry in their church. And so we were there for about 4 days. And when you're in a different place and in a different environment, you eat a lot of things you're not used to and that your body's not used to. And so we struggled a little bit with occasional indigestion, just uneasiness, and Digestin was incredible. And it's a very fast-acting oil. So if you have any indigestion or uneasiness in your stomach, what we do is we place a couple drops in our palm, and then we rub it on our stomach, and it's instantaneous. It always works. It always helps. It has things like peppermint, ginger, tarragon, fennel, all good things for indigestion. So that's Digestin. And you'll see on the bottom of all of these slides, there's that ATIS. And before I go on, I kind of want to explain what those mean. I know that Nikki touched on it briefly, but on each of these slides, there's going to be those signs at the bottom. The A means aromatic, so that means that specific oil can be used aromatically. The T means topical, and so that means that it can be put on topically. And then the I means internally, which means that you can take it in water or in a capsule. And the S, in this case, On Guard, the S means sensitive. So if you have sensitive skin, then it recommends using a carrier oil such as coconut oil to dilute it. If it has an N, that means neat, which means you can put it on just as is. And so just be looking at those as we go through the blends and the oils to see how you can use these specifically. Okay, On Guard. This is my husband and I's favorite blend so far, and I'll tell you why. My husband is a music minister at a church here, and he struggles, or did struggle, with getting sick often. He was always using his voice, always singing, always meeting people, shaking hands. So I would say probably quarterly he would get sick, like the whole thing, the runny nose, the sore throat, losing his voice. And there was nothing more frustrating for him because it was his job to speak to people, to lead rehearsals, to sing. And so that was very frustrating for him. Since I have gotten these oils and since we have been using On Guard, he has not gotten sick once. And I credit that completely to the grace of God and On Guard. So On Guard has been fantastic for us as we just protect ourselves against sickness. On Guard has things like wild orange, cinnamon, clove, all really good protective things to help build your immune system up. And so it supports healthy immune and respiratory function. It protects against environmental threats. It's energizing, and it can be used in a lot of different ways. If you'll go to the next slide, Nikki. I think the next slide has, yes, it has some different things that doTERRA has that has On Guard in it. And so people have responded so well to On Guard and how it works that doTERRA decided to come up with a ton of products with On Guard in it. And so there is the On Guard oil, which can be taken internally, can be put on your feet. Your feet have the largest pores in your body. So that's why we say put it on your feet, because it's in your bloodstream within 30 seconds. But you can put it on your feet, you can diffuse it, all of those ways it's getting into your system. But there's also On Guard beadlets, there's On Guard throat drops, there's On Guard cleaner, there's On Guard toothpaste, there's On Guard detergent. They have made so many things with this On Guard in it because they've seen the success that's found in On Guard. So if you struggle with getting sick a lot, if you have kids that you're sending to school, and they're just always coming home sick or catching a bug, definitely consider On Guard because it's been a game changer for us. The next one I want to talk about, the next blend, is Breathe, and it kind of goes along with On Guard. We're entering into the winter season, right? And so a lot of weather changes, getting colder, and with that weather change, we're experiencing a lot congestion, right? A lot of runny nose, not being able to breathe very well at night, maybe not being able to sleep very well. And so Breathe has things like peppermint and eucalyptus and lemon, all really good things for your respiratory system. And so if you apply this topically, it can help to maintain clear airways and breathing. You can also diffuse it. We like to diffuse it at night with On Guard because a lot of these you can mix together. And so we're getting the benefits of On Guard, but we're also getting the benefits of Breathe, which is helping us to breathe at night and get a good night's rest. And so definitely, for this season especially, Breathe is going to be a really good one to have on hand. Okay, the last one I'm going to talk about, there are so many that I could talk about, but this is the last one I'm going to mention. And this has been also one of our favorites in our house. Deep Blue is what it's called, and it's for muscle and joint support. And so my husband likes to work out a lot, specifically weight lift, and so a lot of times he struggles with muscle soreness and joint pain. And so Deep Blue has been awesome for him. He's always reaching for the Deep Blue rub. The blend Deep Blue comes in different forms. And so there's the Deep Blue rub, there's the Deep Blue oil, there's the Deep Blue touch oil, which means that it already is diluted with coconut oil. And there's also Deep Blue soft gels. As Nikki was saying, a lot of the blends that we have come in soft gels. So Deep Blue comes in soft gels. On Guard comes in soft gels. Digest Zen comes in soft gels. And so doTERRA has made it really easy to incorporate these into your lifestyle depending on what you want to do, whether you want to be able to put it on topically, diffuse it, take it internally. They've made it really easy. But Deep Blue, rubbing it on muscles, I describe it as a natural icy hot. It smells better than icy hot, but whenever you're trying to compare it to things and make people understand what it is, that's what I use to explain. Sometimes I'll put it on my neck and shoulders because I get a lot of tension headaches. And so for me, in addressing my tension headaches, I was trying to address the symptom before essential oils. I was taking painkillers to get rid of my headaches when I should have been addressing the cause and trying to prevent it. And so Deep Blue has been a big help in just loosening up muscles in my shoulders and in my neck to prevent those tension headaches. So if you have any of those symptoms, arthritis, anything like that, Deep Blue is really, really good for that. So that's as I said, that's the last blend that I'm going to talk about. But as I said, I want to just encourage you to give these a try for sure and try to incorporate them in your home. I know you won't be disappointed. I have confidence in that. The blends are so practical. The oils are so practical. Really, using essential oils in your life can be very simple. And doTERRA has built an awesome support system to help you in whatever path you choose to do so. So thanks for letting me share.
Thanks, Olivia. Hey, y'all. I'm Hannah. Can y'all hear me? Okay, good, because I'm at Starbucks. So I got started real quick with essential oils because I was overseas and the healthcare just wasn't good. And so I was looking for a way that I could be proactive with my family and not have to be flown out of the country because, that's kind of major. And started doing a lot of research and had somebody send me essential oils, doTERRA essential oils. After I researched all different companies, I found that doTERRA to me was the best. As a company, as a whole, they just, as Nikki said, they really make sure that they are doing all the testing, but just not just what the oil is, but the actual constituency of each and every single oil. And then just their heart as a company that does missions. They go into places and They take care of the local farmers, which usually is a family. And anyways, it just really, I was like, I love this company, and noticed a difference as soon as I started using the oils on my children. I was like, okay, these work. And I was a believer immediately. And so I know y'all have seen the value of these for you and your family. And you can see why doctors, grandparents, moms, dads, chiropractors are all using these oils, and they can see the power of them. And so you're wondering, okay, well, what do I do? How do I order? There's several different ways. And so most people want to do the most they can do without taking food off the table. And so the next slide will go on to tell you about a wholesale membership, which is basically like Costco. You have a wholesale membership for $35, and then you can buy all the oils for whatever they are at wholesale cost. That's very simple. You have it for a whole year. It's really easy. So that might be what you choose. But the best way to do it would be with a kit. And there's a kit for everyone. I mean, we have college kids buying these. We have doctors buying these. So it is really, I want you to make sure you get with whoever invited you to this webinar, because they can actually help you to see which kit is the best fit for you and your family. But the enrollment kits are actually cheaper and less expensive than you buying each oil individually. So that's the way to go. And they get you started with our most popular oils. And you have a rewards program. You can go ahead to the next slide, and I'll talk about the rewards program. You definitely want to pay attention to this, because it's something that will save you money. You already know if you're getting wholesale, you are 25% less than retail. Well, then right there at the first little box, it says the 1 to 3 months. When you start off, you're going to have a 10% return on whatever you spend. So if you spend $100, you'll get a basically $10 points put back into your account, which you can use for free product whenever you want. And that moves every month you buy, that'll move all the way up to 30%. So you're already getting the 25% off of retail, and then you can have the chance to get 30% back. It's just like a frequent flyer program. I mean, it's stuff you're going to get anyway, and you just get rewards, and your shipping is also included right back to you. There's no reason you wouldn't do this, because you get money back every single time you spend. So if you're already up to the 30%, spend $100, basically you get $30 plus your shipping put back into your account. It's a no-brainer. And then I wanted to make sure, turn to the next slide, because this month, y'all, what I love about doTERRA, and Olivia touched on this a little bit with just the whole wellness of doTERRA. About Olivia was saying how, her headaches, she had been, just treating the symptom instead of finding the problem. doTERRA's supplements are top notch. They are they're all whole food derived. It's all about whole wellness. And so if you're not taking care of your body, there's no way in a day like today that you're getting everything you need. Because for one thing, most of our stuff is out of cans and boxes, and you just can't, even if it's all organic. These whole food supplements are amazing. I personally have been taking them for 3 months now, because I just got them when we got back to the States, and I have noticed immediately increased energy. My sleep is better. I mean, I thought I was sleeping okay anyway, but now I know that I'm sleeping way better, because obviously my energy level is way better. But it fights oxidation in the body, inflammation, and they're all infused with essential oils. So a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't," or I've heard people say, "I can't take pill because it'll hurt my tummy." Guess what? It's already got peppermint and caraway and all these oils that are going to help soothe the tummy. Also, there's the omega-3, which you need to make sure if you are taking an omega-3 that it's, or just your omega complex, that it's not a cheap one that's going to have mercury in it. Mercury is very hard to get out of the body. These are non-mercury. And then the cellular vitality, which is my favorite, because it's got frankincense, milk thistle, green tea, pomegranate, pineapple, turmeric, grapeseed, sesame seed. I mean, I personally don't eat that every day, don't take that. But now that I have the pill, guess what? I have it. And doTERRA, because they're awesome, they would give you these free when you sign up, get you a kit, get started. Next month, place 100 PV value. They're going to send you those for free. I haven't seen them do this. I'm blown away because they're awesome. I think the next slide actually kind of talks about what I was just talking about with all the, what they do for you. Y'all can see them there, but this is, if you're not on a supplement, I would say get started. You will notice a difference after you take these regularly. So you can see there yourself how these help you. Eye health, brain health, lung, digestive. They support your whole body. So don't miss out on that one. It's pretty awesome. Okay, the next slide. All right, how do we get them? These kits, this is the kit I wish I would have got because it's got everything. If you are ready to just take all these natural solutions into your home, you're like done with the synthetic versions of your cleaners, your hand wash, your soaps, your shampoos. I mean, this is it. It's got all your oils. It starts you off with all your vitamins, your supplements. It's got your detergent, your soaps, your face wash. If you think about it, women put over 20 products on their body a day. That's a lot of chemicals. And you are reacting to those no matter, you might not realize it. You might get these headaches. You might get these aches and you think, you're like, why am I getting it? It could be the toxins that are in your cleaners. It could be the toxins that's in your face wash. It could be the toxins just leaking from underneath the sink. So this is the best one for your money because it's priced way below wholesale, about $800 less than wholesale if you were to buy these individually. And then after you do that, you also get 400 credit points put back onto your account. And then on that loyalty rewards program that I was explaining, you actually start off at 25% instead of the 10%. So it's the one I wish I would have gotten. And everybody says they wish they would have got a bigger kit. So just know that from the start. Okay, the next kit is the Every Oil Kit. It's basically the same as the Diamond, but without the supplements and the soaps. It's exactly what it says, Every Oil Kit. And it's a good one, especially when you're looking at the holidays coming and you're like, ooh, I want to make this because I want to make this scent. And then you realize you don't have that oil. Or you have some specific need of, high blood pressure or allergies or just anything like that. You have everything right at the, reach of your hands if you get this kit. It's a little over $300 less than wholesale. And you get 200 credit points, which is the same as dollars put back on your account, and you start at 20%, making back in your account every time you spend. And then one of my next favorite kit, it's medium priced right there, is the Natural Solutions kit. It comes with some great 15 milliliter bottles, which are the good bottles. It comes with your shampoo, your Deep Blue, your fractionated coconut oil, toothpaste. It's a good one if you're like, okay, I don't think I can fork out the $2,500, but I'm ready to make a difference in my family's life. I want to make some changes. This one comes with the vitamins that I talked about, and it also comes with my favorite diffuser, which is the Aroma Lights. It runs for 4 hours or 8 hours. So that's the one we like to put in all the bedrooms at night. It also comes with your hand soaps, and it is super awesome. Love this one. And then the next kit that I'm going to talk about is the Home Essentials kit. It comes with the 10 basic oils, and they're the big bottles. And you also get a free diffuser. The ones I'm talking about our 4 most popular kits. If these kits, if you're, have some different specific needs, please talk to the person that has sent you to this webinar, because there are different kits. I'm just going over the most popular kits. Yeah. Any more slides? Okay, yay. So I wanted to tell you about joining. When you enroll with us, it's not like you're going to get these oils and not know what to do. We don't want that. That's the last thing we want. So we're going to support you as a team. Every day you will get training, and you can watch it as a video or you can read. And get those for 21 days. And we also have a private Facebook group that you can jump on and you can ask questions. And it's great because you can read other people's questions and it's just a great support group. And yeah, you need that, especially if you're starting this journey, and you're just like, okay, what do I do? You want to do it. You just don't know how. We are here for you. Okay, I think we're going to open the floor for some questions and answers. Correct? So anybody on the line, we'd love to hear if y'all have some questions about anything. Go for it. It could be about the product. It could be even about a specific need that you have that you want to know about that we did not touch on. Anything.
I have a question.
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, sir.
What is the difference in that aroma light diffuser and the other diffuser, the large one? Is it a smaller one?
So the difference between the pedal and the aroma light, the aroma light runs for 8 hours.
Okay, and the other one's for 4?
And the other one is 4.
Okay, and it's like a smaller version?
Yeah, it's like a rectangle. But actually,
Yeah, I think. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will say that that is Sherry's favorite diffuser. I mean, she travels with that diffuser. And when we went to convention, one of you guys bought the lights. Was it Jenny?
Yeah. Yes. We were so thankful.
I mean, I do love it because it runs 8 hours. So especially at night, if you're diffusing through the night, it just, you don't have to worry.
Now that one comes with the natural solution kit, is it correct? Yeah. Okay.
Say about the diffusing, because I do have a lot of people ask what's the difference between a diffuser and a humidifier. And a humidifier uses heat, and what you're seeing is steam, whereas a diffuser is a sonic pulsing. So even though it looks like steam, it's not. It's cool air pulsing out, because essential oils get broken down with heat. So you don't want to use your essential oil in a humidifier. You want to get a diffuser because it's a different way to disperse it into the air. It's not using. Like when you cook with your essential oils, you're breaking down the oils, which is fine in the cooking process. But be mindful of, when you're diffusing, like even though this is not steam, it's cool.
Right.
Can I ask a question? I'm sorry.
It was very good.
You have a question, Linda?
Yes. I bought a few of the oils. My question is, I did not buy the diffuser through doTERRA. I just bought one off of Amazon. Does it have to be the doTERRA, or does it have to be the diffuser through doTERRA to work correctly? I mean, are there bad diffusers out there or good diffusers?
I will say I've ordered diffusers on Amazon myself.
Okay.
I love the pedal diffuser. I love the diffusers from doTERRA. I've never had any problems with them. Mm-hmm. I have had a couple problems with some of the ones I ordered on Amazon, and a lot of it is due to the cleaning. Like the one I got on Amazon had a lot of different parts, and I got kind of like a film on it, like a corroding. Whereas this pedal diffuser, it's only like a top and a bottom.
Yeah. I've
just never had any problems with this one. But as far as the diffusing notes, It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we're using it in all bedrooms, my kids' bedrooms at night and in my bedroom. And then during the day I clean them. And then I have one in our main room, the house going. So I just wanted to find out, but okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
What are you diffusing at night and during the day?
At night, I use lavender, just so we all sleep really well. But I think my son needs a little bit more because he's only 4. This is pretty much the reason why I got into oils. He's seen an OT, and he's having some issues, but we just decided to go into oils, all natural instead of doing anything else. But lavender seems to work really well for my daughter, maybe for my husband as well, but for me, I'm still restless. So I think I need something else in there, and my son as well. We both don't sleep very well. He's all over the place. So I'm really looking into something else.